Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I've been away for 4 days at TwitchCon. It was actually tons of fun. I'm going to be dropping a video on that, kind of like highlights and stuff. But 4 days I've been away. And Raid have dropped so much stuff in 4 days, it's mental. So this video, I'm going to do a bit of a catch-up. The new stuff that's going on, the guaranteed legendaries, the free gifts, and everything that's gone on. New type of events. We're going to try and cover all of it in this one video. I will bookmark different areas because normally I would probably do these all as a single video, but I figured I'm going to get them all into one. And then later on today, you're going to see an update from my free-to-play as well in my kind of search for this fragment champion. So damn, lots to pack into this video, but stay tuned. I'll give you my views on all of it. Let's start with the free gift. You've got 2 days, probably bang on 2 days by the time I upload this, or a little bit less, to come in and collect it. 10 lots of full energy packs. It's actually pretty damn decent. 10 lots of multi-battles. You've got 500 multi-battles here. Now, for someone who's on a kind of phone or whatever, that's actually pretty big, I think. It's pretty cool. 10 arena refills and 10 tag team arena refills. Pick them up on the free-to-play right now. Now, I might be too late, okay? But bear in mind, these go into your inventory for like 99 days. Yeah, you do not need to go in and collect it all up, especially if you are a free-to-player or a low spender or someone who struggles to get fusions, that type of stuff. Yeah, arena tokens help you for certain areas of fragments or fusions. Tag team events always drop during fusions and fragments, and they're normally drop like bunches of energy and stuff like that. They're not normally ever to do with a fragment champion, but they normally drop bundles of energy and stuff, so you can save these for then, or maybe you save them for when you're trying to push hard for like a arbiter quest or something like that. But just bear it in mind, you don't have to just go ahead and use all this stuff day one. Energy obviously is going to sit there and be a blessing when we need it, or it might be your answer to getting the final stuff for the Walking Tomb drink done. So just try and think for 1 second before you're like mopping it all up and making basically poor decisions in Raid. This is all pretty cool. Great free gift. Thank you, Plarium. It's actually a good one. Let's talk about some of the other stuff then. So we've got a guaranteed legendary champion coming in line with this clan v clan over the next 48 hours. Probably by the time this goes up, it will pretty much be live. And the guaranteed champion is one of the new ones. I've actually done a video on him already, Ragash. He's really good. Yeah, he's a really good champion. You need 150 ancient shards to guarantee him, which is a lot. It's probably not the sort of thing that people have got sitting around unless they are planning to save for these type of events. But Ragash is a beast. I've done a video on him in full. I'll pin that at the end so you guys can go and watch it if you want to. But basically, we've got a double hitter on his A1, which gives you an increased defense. Everything he does is defense-based. So the increased defense is actually just kind of like self-buffing his damage. It's pretty cool. He's got an AoE drop defense and stun. This ability is actually insanely good. It hits really hard. It drops defense. It's got a chance to stun as well after attacking. The drop defense goes on before he attacks. So it actually doesn't have like a weak affinity. It goes on as a place and then he hits, which is quite unique in the game. Pretty cool. 100% chance to land it if booked. And he's got a 3-turn cooldown if booked. So it's big. And then his A3 here gives him strengthen. Gives the team strengthen, increased speed, and puts a veil on himself. So 4-turn cooldown on that. He's got a passive at the start of a turn, places a veil on somebody with the highest attack. So he basically hides the person probably built to do the most damage in your team. Inflicts 20% more damage against targets whose defense is lower than his. That's more like a PvP mechanic than a PvE. He's one of the hardest defensive damage dealers in the game, behind Solus. As an AoE hit with this ability here. So he's definitely no slouch. He's a great champion if you've got the 150 odd ancient sitting around. If I think about my free to play, and I will show you the update from where I am on the fusion, I've just pulled probably 30. I've got 30 odd here, and we're just coming out the end of a fragment event. So I'd imagine some people are now deciding to save for this type of event. And there will be some people out there that can get him. So, I think it's decent that Plarium continue to do them, honestly. Okay, then, let's keep moving. So, the Scarlet Masquerade Kael Skin. Style on your enemies with a new look for Kael. So we knew that they were dropping a Kael Skin. We've seen it already. And they're basically talking us through here how to achieve it. So as part of the Summer Splash celebrations, we're running a series of tournaments where you can get yourself an awesome Kael Skin. Some people are up for skin, some people are not. At least Kael is a champion that everyone will probably have or has already. You know the trouble for me? Trouble with skins, we've seen Trunda, we've seen Arbiter, we've seen Kael, Cold Heart. So Trunda, you know, probably 99% of the player base don't have Trunda. And they did no event to guarantee you to get a Trunda, which made no sense, right? Kael, everyone's going to have, but does everyone still use? Does everyone still want? If you're going to do skins in a game, I feel like you need to drop 50 champions at the same time, and then people earn fragments, and then they collect a skin that they want. Yeah, or there's some sort of mechanic which helps you get a skin that you want. If all the time they're dropping them one at a time, and they're just like, I hope this is someone that people want, it's just way too small. It's way too small a number, bearing in mind you've got like, what, 800 odd champions in the game. It just, I guess we're kind of tiptoeing into it. Players are still deciding if it's going to be a big thing for them or not. I know why they've picked Kael. I know why they picked Arbiter. But I'm not super hyped over it because I'm like, my main account, I don't use Kael anymore. And my free-to-play, well, I don't use Kael. So it's like, well, I've got really very little invested into it. But a lot of people will go for this. So let's have a look how to do it. So you've got like a tournament schedule here. There's one that's live right now, which we can go and have a look at. But basically, you get different tournaments where they're kind of like your specific requirement is whatever. Yeah, so for Ice Golem, it's Epics only. For Spider Tournament, it's Gale Impact only. And they kind of have different dates to get these different fragments. You'll get a different number of fragments depending on where you finish in the group. I do like this, by the way. If you come first, you straight up get the skin. If you go all in on something, you will get the skin 100%. If you get second, you get 50 fragments. If you get third, you get 25. And therefore, that's where it falls down a bit. Because if you're only getting 25 and you need 100, well, basically means you've got to be top 3 in 4 events, which is quite hard to do. Yeah, if you've got other people in your group that want it, it's hard to do. I do like the whole skin thing. I wish it was probably just like top 10 get whole skin, and these are different ones that you can get it from. That's what I'd prefer, but it is what it is. So if we look at the Ice Golem event that's just dropped, I wonder if people are already going for it. You know, and Epics only for Ice Golem, by the way. It's pretty comfortable. It's not a bad thing to do. 1 day, 2 hours. Okay, it's been going for a while. Yeah, so you basically, the top guy here, or top 2 are fighting it out. You really want to be a top 2, otherwise you've just got to invest in a lot of different tournaments. But I think the other rewards are okay. So if you're doing it anyway, you know, a Void Shard at the top here, Epic Tome 3 3-star chickens, they're not bad, like for everybody's, but it almost feels like alongside this Void Shard should have been 25 fragments for everybody, and then like the top so many have got a chance of either the whole skin or 50, you know, or like a top up 25. So whole skin, top 3, and then like a top up extra 25 on top of the guaranteed 25, you know, for at least top 10. Because it, again, but I know why they're doing it. I feel like it's, again, just kind of like a little bit of a weak implementation of an okay idea. So let's talk about the Tolarian Summer Trials. Ooh, they are dropping lots of interesting stuff recently, right? They're trying to do stuff differently. Okay, we had the kind of Summer Solstice event, the Path of Light stuff, trying to give you a different path, trying to give you a different thing to do. And I hope they carry on with this, yeah? The events are a bit stale. We see the same thing week after week. We see the same thing in a fragment event as we do in the normal events. It's all a bit stale and the same. So we've got the Tolarian Summer Trials here coming soon. Basically from July 18th, from yesterday. Okay, I'm behind. So as of yesterday, we were in the mix. It says here, as part of the summer celebrations, we're running 2 extra special linked events with some amazing rewards. So far, so good. The first phase is a huge global collaboration, a reward builder event that will define the individual prizes for phase 2. So far, so good. It sounds cool, right? Here's how it's going to work. Phase 1, reward builder. So as of now, We're all in the mix. Up until a month's time, the Tolarian Summer Trials event will take place. Everyone in the game will work together, completing goals to build prizes for a follow-up event. Now, before we get into the detail here, I don't really get why we're building for a follow-up. Yeah, it should just be we're all in the mix and we're working towards the goal. That's it. And you see the rewards which could drop. Or they, you know, some rewards are known, some rewards are unknown. You get this kind of air of mystery. And you kind of, almost like the old battle pass, you're unlocking stuff as you level up as a whole global team, right? We can get behind it. Yeah, we can kind of pick. We can almost like start to work together. If there's arena rewards, it's like, guys, let's bond together. One-man defenses are back. Like, we can start to try and find out ways to cheat the system. I could be going out there with kind of like, this is the best team we could build for this, and try and get people behind it. Other people in the community would do the same. And everyone's kind of like got a bit of a buzz, a summer buzz. I like it. Weirdly, though, it's like we're going to give you prizes towards a next event. So at the moment, we're kind of, it's like when you go into a new job and it's like, you're in your trial period. We're not going to pay you for the first 3 weeks work. But if you're good, we're going to tell you what you're worth after that. And then we'll start to pay you. And the person's like, I'll just go to the job where they pay me from day one. Like, come on. Anyway, phase 2 here. So once phase 1 is done, basically drops phase 2. And it's a week-long thing. We're running a champion training event with the prizes on offer defined entirely by everyone's performance. Okay, so it then breaks down the different things. So 9 trials with 9 potential rewards added to the champion training. Now, look, I haven't seen the champion training yet. Okay. If it is, here's all your normal champion training rewards. And then against each box, here's the additional stuff because of how you did with this. Then it's kind of okay. But when we get to the champion training, we're still going to have to go with the big grind again for that champion training event to then have a chance to earn this stuff. And if this is just the stuff that's available and there's not additional, then we've been absolutely trolled, because this is all stuff that's basically normally available in some shape or form anyway from a champion training. Yeah, it is. Like, we see legendary tomes as the final reward for champion training. We see epic tomes in there. We see rank 5 chickens. We see XP barrel. Like, we see it already. It's already a thing. Perhaps it's less often that we see void shards and stuff, but we do see this stuff. So it does absolutely have to be an additional for everybody. And then you kind of got this, honestly, it's almost like hidden text. Not hidden text, you just got to read it. Not many people read past this part. So the event counts the actions of every player. To see the progress and track the milestones as they happen, click details down here. So I'll be honest, I was like, all right, where is it? Where's our tracking of it? Is it in here? Is it down here somewhere? No. Why is it not on my front page, like where the Forge Pass normally is and stuff, yeah? Like, if this is the big thing, then it should be more obvious. We've got to come back into the news post to then hit detail. Like, it's a little bit weird, honestly. And then, what do we do? Go into these, and it kind of gives you a bit of a feel for it. This should just be in-game. This should just straight up be in-game. But I like the idea of it. They're getting better at the idea of it, which is important. It's actually important that we've got that going on. How do I now get back into my game? What's going on? How do we get back into the game raid? Like, wow. Let me back in. Yeah, okay. So, again, like, cool idea. A little bit of a weak implementation for me. A bit weak implementation, but they're trying to do things a bit differently, which I cannot mock. I cannot go bad on that. I just feel like there should just be a slightly... It should just straight up be more stuff that we're getting rewarded for. Yeah, so it just straight up should just be happening rather than like the build up to the second thing, in my opinion. I don't know. Comment below. What do you think? What do you think of it? So that's the summer trials. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about here is actually pretty fun. So I don't know full info yet. It's basically something which is dropped on the Raid Shadow Legends official YouTube here. Raid Shadow Legends Ultimate Deathknight teaser. So for those who don't know, Raid have multiple videos on Deathknight. It's like their kind of like go-to guy, yeah, for their ads. And it's normally pretty funny. He's like trying to build his strength up. He's had like a dream video where he's trying to fight the Fire Knight recently. And then they dropped this yesterday. So basically tons of requests, yeah? We need an ultimate Deathknight. We all want Deathknight in a legendary version, blah, blah, blah. Loads of community requests. I actually love that they're doing this, or they're doing something anyway, because, you know, this is something which is quite cool. It's something the community are pushing for, and it looks like, although it was all 8 months ago for some reason, 2 months ago, there you go. It looks like they're going to push for it.
You got it. Ultimate Deathknight, coming August 2022.
So obviously, look, there's not much. We don't know anything yet. We don't know anything other than we've got a Deathknight coming, an ultimate Deathknight. So originally, when I saw it, I was thinking, I wonder if they're just going to literally like change Deathknight. But no, he's going to be probably just a legendary version. Maybe the August Fusion could be, or maybe like a guaranteed champion event, like a Deliana style thing. But yeah, this is the current Deathknight. He's as bad as they get in the game. I have done a maximum damage video for Deathknight before, just kind of like testing him out. I'm probably one of the few people in the game that's actually got a maxed one. I know Layla loves the Deathknight. But yeah, they're going to be bringing out a legendary version. I've got no more info. I actually don't know if it's... They say Ultimate Deathknight. Is he a boss? Is he just a champion? Like, is he going to be a new boss feature? Could be all sorts of stuff. I don't know. Comment below. What type of kit would you like him to have? Where would you like to see him featured in the game? Would you like him as a champion, or would you like him as someone that we face? Yeah, but anyway, it's kind of like a cool thing. They're doing it as a bit of a build-up. He's got his own Twitter account, which I've been following and kind of like doing some banter on. But yeah, there you go. Raid are bringing an ultimate Deathknight. What's your view on it? And that's about it. That's a bit of a roundup. Tons of stuff going on whilst I've been away. The next video I'm going to drop today will be the free-to-play update to let you know how I'm getting on with the Walking Tomb. And I'm also doing a giveaway on my Twitter right now. Giveaway on my Twitter, which you can go and get involved in. Again, I'll pin that down below. Woo! Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.